Now, it's time for Roula and Ryan's Revenge.
For the truly wronged, sometimes all you have left is revenge.
Yeah.
104.1 KRBE.
You go to KRBE.com and you contact Eric and tell him what's happened in your world where you have gotten your payback and the person that's been messing with you doesn't even know it yet.
Let's say
it all gets revealed here.
Parental discretion, definitely advised.
With everything now, because we don't know what's happening with Eric. If he's watching a game, he's mad at the Astros. He booked somebody that's twisted up the story. Somebody cut him off on the ramps while he waited and let them in. All I know is that Hank is standing by. We got to get his full story, so let's welcome him now. Good morning, Hank.
Good morning. How are you? Thank you so much for helping me.
Oh,
Hi,
well,
Hank.
the question is, who are you getting revenge on?
I'm getting revenge on a woman named Sarah who has been blackmailing me for, at least 2 years now.
Whoa. You've let somebody blackmail you for 2 years? Are we talking like money exchange or is that extortion?
Legit money. I'm not proud of this, but when I was married, I stepped out on my wife with this woman, and I got a divorce. I'm a totally different person, but for the last 2 years now, I've been in a new relationship, and this woman is just like, if you don't give me money, I'm going to tell her you're the worst person in the world. I'm going to tell her exactly what you've done.
And you never thought about from day one when you met her to tell her. That's the best part about being in a new relationship. It's like a
Clean slate.
slate, and you can tell them right there, and you can put your own narrative out there.
I get it, but I just made such a turn that I was like, well, my past is behind me. I'm not going to start off being like, hey, I was a scumbag.
Like to Eric's point, you have a clean slate. You could have just done your own.
But if you do tell a real, if you were with somebody and your second date, they said, yeah, I cheated on my wife,
And that's why I got divorced.
you might be like,
Well, not the first date, but how long have you been with the new person now?
2 years.
So it's 2 years. Have you come clean to her yet?
I finally did.
You couldn't have gone to the cops or something instead of just keep feeding this lady money?
yeah, get her in trouble.
Why didn't you report her?
Because she was such a nut, and the amount of money was significant.
How much money are you talking about? Like, what'd you give her?
It's been as high as $1,000 at a time. Sometimes it's just a couple hundo. So, I mean, we're looking at maybe 12, 13,
$12,000
In 2 years, 24 months.
2 years.
Is it going to stop now?
It will definitely stop now.
So tell us how you told your person.
I just sat her down and I showed her my Venmo, how I've been paying. And she looked through every single transaction and she's like, what is this? And then she was really curious. And I said, to be honest, this is what I did in my past. I'm not proud of it. This woman's been blackmailing me. This ends. I want you to know. And she's like, yeah, this.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay, so.
But she wasn't mad at you, though? Because I'd be like-
To keep paying her for 2 years?
Why
or
didn't you
to have
tell
done
me?
what you
My
did?
girlfriend would be like, you're an idiot.
We've been in a streak where our relationship was so great that I was like, maybe I can pull it off now. And it worked. She's 100% on board.
You have partied with $12,000 to $13,000 to a woman who just had her word against yours. That's it.
Yes.
well, let's get this
Wow,
woman on the
that's really
line.
something else, Hank.
So,
So Sarah is standing by, but she has no
Let's
idea
do it.
why she's here, and we don't know what you're about to tell her. But let's find out. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show, Sarah. Hi.
Hi. Yeah. What's going on?
well, Sarah, on Tuesdays, we let people air out their grievances. Do you know a gentleman named Hank?
Yeah, I know Hank.
We were just having an honest conversation about relationships and how people treat each other. And I let them know that you've been blackmailing me for 2 years. And it ends. It's over. I'm just letting you know, in front of everybody, God and everybody, that this is done.
What are you talking about?
I told my girl that you've been blackmailing me for the last 2 years. She knows the 100% the whole story.
I don't know. I literally don't even know what he's talking about.
You're going to pretend like I don't have every single payment receipt?
What do you, yeah, you've paid me things on Venmo, for gifts, send me money.
But why would he pay you for gifts if y'all aren't in a relationship?
Sarah, you're the worst blackmailer known to mankind. Not only do I have every Venmo receipt, I have every text you've sent me, I have every email, I have every threat, and I have them all in a beautiful folder, and I have an appointment to be at your job on Monday.
What kind of job do you have, Sarah?
I'm a paralegal.
That would be frowned upon to be a paralegal and be blackmailing someone.
That's not good.
What are you going to do at my job?
I have a meeting with 2 of your partners, and I'm laying this all out.
Oh, crap.
Would you like to be included in on the meeting?
Do not with my life. He has a ton of money. He can spare a little bit. And here's the thing. Maybe you shouldn't cheat on your wife if you don't want people to, know about it.
Guess what? I'm going.
Well, I guess you're going to have to tell them about all the stuff you did. And I guess your girlfriend's going to be really happy to hear all the things I have to say.
Well, she can hear it all because I've already told her.
Did you tell her about all the weird stuff that you wanted to do in bed? the kind of stuff that I doubt you do with your like main chick.
Sarah, you're convicting yourself right now by saying all this stuff.
Yeah, you're pretty much admitting that you took advantage of him because he has money in your mind, and you're just trying to shame him.
I don't think so. You can only blackmail someone if they do something really, really up.
What?
You. Goodbye.
There she goes.
Well, you have all
She
this
just hung
audio
up.
that's going to
Man, she really changed from 0 to 50.
Well, she was lying, and then all of a sudden, when he had proof,
The real Sarah came out.
and then she actually threatened him.
She kept acting it out. She did not stick to
That's what I've
her
done.
acting gig.
Are you really going to go into her office? Do you have all this evidence documented?
Oh, I'll call you as soon as I'm done if you want.
Because she has warning now that you're going
if
to go to
I
her
was you, I wouldn't even
bosses
go there. I would just stay away. Hopefully this works.
and stress her out.
No way. I am burning it down.
Oh, man.
He's been tortured for 2 years, Eric. I don't blame him.
But if somebody is willing to do this to you, she sounds like she could hurt you.
I just think that this is enough fear, like the fear factor of it for her, not knowing when the other shoe's going to drop is probably good enough.
You've taken her power away.
Right.
If she's willing to do that to you for 2 years, what is she willing to do if she loses her income?
I appreciate you worrying about me, but I've got this. And because she's all talk. And so as soon as this is out, she's just going to fizzle.
All right.
She's like my little Maltipoo Sebi.
All bark, no bite.
Yeah.
All barking,
Goes up against big
slamming
dogs.
into the door when somebody rings the
And
doorbell.
then when he gets confronted, he cowers away and pees.
Yeah, they're all scary barking. Like, oh, you're my best friend.
Well-
Where's a treat?
You learned a costly lesson. I bet you never cheat again.
That is true.
Or if you do, you would never lay away and blackmail you.
That's what I would-
I think that's the lesson.
That's what
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't cheat either, but I wouldn't get blackmailed.
Yeah, good luck with that there, Hank. Thanks for listening to our show.
No, thank you.
All right, good luck.
Take care, man. I know.
And
Go to
That's a good point.
krbe.com if you've gotten revenge on somebody or they messed with you. Or there are a lot of different reasons to go contact us. Maybe somebody has dropped out of your life and you're looking to reconnect. You can find closure with that person, whether it was romantic, ghosting, or somebody that you just lost track of over the years. Closure happens at krbe.com. Roses is the way you get us contacted for at krbe.com if you think your mate's cheating on you.
I feel like I'm naive,
revenge,
Roula. Like
about what?
I've never really thought of anybody blackmailing. Like, I mean, I've never been blackmailed in my life.
Oh, you're not naive.
So
because of
you
that. You're just not
say.
living in a soap opera.
Well, you got something on me?
Yeah, just wait. But just wait till the end of the week. Just wait. I was wondering why he had all those magazines. He's cutting out letters.
He's got his ransom note.
Did you see that man was being harassed with endless pizza? Someone's getting revenge on him.
What?
In Canada, someone who they just keep sending him pizzas, around $1,000 worth of pizzas. They keep showing up to his home and to his work. They can't figure out who's doing it.
And they're already paid for
And
it?
is it different companies that are sending the pizza, or is it the same? Because at one point, the same place would be like, we're not going to that address. That's a scam.
Yeah, good points. Canada, though, they're nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey. I'm sure they'll
But you
pay
know
us.
what? There's a pizza scam going on in Houston I'll tell you about, too.
Ooh, well, tell me real quick. I want to know.
You want to know right now?
What pizza
Yeah,
scam?
give me 30 seconds. Tell
Give
me
you
this.
30 seconds? Okay, so did
We
you
need
see
to know
that
this.
story? Did you see the story? A pizza driver was pistol whipped and carjacked in River Oaks
And I
because...
saw Next Door app had the saw him get hit.
Because, like, this guy, he said, oh, I ordered a pizza from this address. This man named Michael Olson, who's lived there for 62 years. He's never, ordered pizza or anything.
Never ordered pizza, really? In
Well, the
62
criminal, he said,
Like 11:30 at night.
yeah, the criminal ordered pizza from this address in River Oaks. When he gets out to deliver the pizza, they pistol whip him. They steal his car with the pizza in it. The homeowner said that the crime should be a wake-up call about safety. He's been in that home for 62 years and cannot
So, hold on, let's just
I
call
could
it
worry
ever.
about the driver. That guy didn't. Nothing happened to him.
Yeah,
he was asleep in the
hold on,
safe.
let me
in his-
understand this. The guy that's being
house.
interviewed is just the man who owns the house with the address where the person was sent with the
Yes.
pizza
Yeah,
to
the
be
cops
robbed.
wake this guy up at
The
1
guy
in the
didn't
morning.
get robbed.
No.
The pizza driver was sent there with a fake.
So now people are using
Delivery.
people's
Fake
addresses,
address.
waiting for them to show up and then steal.
Yeah.
Well, the poor
what
person's
is
just trying to
it
make a
about-
living.
Yeah, because what is about the pizza driver that the criminal wants so badly? You know what I mean? Like
Aren't
a
they-
random pizza driver
They're
with
not
his,
the richest folks, I don't
Yeah,
think.
I mean, it's just like there's random
You got a car out of it.
guy in a random Corolla with his little pizza sign stuck onto
And
the
they
top.
nailed him hard, too, in the face.
That is
Yeah, that's
awful.
scary.
You dirtbag criminals, just dirtbag criminals. Just I hope you get explosive diarrhea for days.
What's that pizza? What's the pizza return?
Explosive diarrhea for days and days with no relief. That's what I want to happen to you. All right, coming up next, we're going to talk about a bad way you got broken up with. I was talking to a friend of mine over the weekend. I haven't caught up with her in a long time, and she gave me all the details on her latest relationship and how this person chose to exit the relationship. And I'm like, listen, in all the years that we have watched TV shows that we could talk about, like, oh my God, that was pretty bad. Like when Sex and the City was on television, the first run, and Carrie got broken up with a Post-it note.
Oh, yeah.
She just said, "I'm sorry, I can't."
By Burger.
Like
what was it, Burger?
What a bad way to check out, right? And like people who get, the text message or the 12-second voicemail or whatever it is, this one takes the cake.
4.1 KRBE. It's the Roula and Ryan show. Look, we've all been broken up with, and I think some of us have been broken up rather cruelly in the past.
And sometimes you are the one that's doing the breaking up, and it's not the best way to do it. Or no matter how you're going to break up, it's not good. Because to the other person, it's not good news.
Sometimes timing is
like,
everything.
Nah, no.
It doesn't matter how you do it. They're hurt.
But there are tears, Eric. There are TIERS, tears of bad breakups.
And tears.
And they're tears. Because if you broke up with somebody because y'all were both kind of like, fizzling out and you kind of had to just acknowledge it, that's one thing. But the worst kind of breakup is the kind where you think it's got forward momentum. Like maybe there's a ring in the future. And
you didn't see it coming.
And you did not see that train coming down the tracks.
Tell your friend's story, and then we can, because the calls are full.
713-390-KRBE. Okay, real quick, I caught up with a friend of mine over the weekend I haven't seen in a long time. And so I was asking her, we were talking about, the status of things and where we were. There was a really good looking guy. And I said to her, "Oh, are you dating anybody right now? Because that guy maybe that's somebody that you could And then she's like, "Well, I was dating somebody and you will never believe how he broke up with me." And I was like, "Oh, what happened?" So she said they had met each other years ago. They had like a small stint of relationship and then they fizzled out and it was fine. They reconnected like many people do on social media, and they were dating about 8 months. In the 8 months, it was really on a forward swing, right? Like he's seen her parents multiple times. She's hung out with a sibling and they've talked about this. He travels for work and she had been saying like, you travel for work a lot. Maybe sometimes I can come on the trip with you if it's one of those like Friday to Sunday things, or just find ways to spend more time together when you are in town and, because their schedules are so crazy. And so, they just had this great dinner and talking about the future. And 3 days later, he calls her and says, "Oh, do you want to go to lunch? During I can come have lunch with you." She was like, "Oh my God, this is so great. This is what we're talking about, communication. Like, perfect. You have free time. You're in town. You're going to come get me from the office right across from where I work. We're going to go over here. We're going to have lunch. And it's going to be great. That's so great. This one time I get to see you. That's like a bonus, right? When you get to see the one you're into." And so they're at lunch. And he just says, "So, I'm not obsessed with you. And I need to marry somebody I'm obsessed with. So I'm not going to marry you."
No.
And I haven't been able to sleep since we had dinner. And I just need to get my sleep. So I'm just letting you know that this is over.
That's rather clinical.
Oh my gosh.
She is like, what?
I kind of get it. But also at the same time, as someone who got dumped in a Chili's, screw him.
Yeah,
see, the whole thing is it's the delivery method. It's a time and a place, and there's a time and a place for everything. That did not qualify.
Obsessed, though, you don't want that. That's
you don't want to
just
say
so
you're a teenager.
matter of fact. Just so matter of fact. You should be obsessed with the person you're going to marry. We're going to get married. I'm not obsessed with you.
That's a bad word to use.
I know that word does not sound positive at all.
No.
Does it?
Obsessed? I want the person I'm with to be obsessed with me.
No,
obsessed.
You want that person.
You want that? Then where'd you go, Ahmad? Wait, let me see your phone.
Not like
What's up?
possessively.
Not possessively, but
you just want them to adore you.
Unhealthy.
Yeah, adore me.
To be adored.
Adore.
You want to be
yes.
adored.
He wants to be worshipped.
Yeah,
Look at
I
that
want to
over
be
here.
worshipped. Oh, we're getting to, yeah.
So she said, and how does Taylor Swift play into
tomorrow's
this?
topic.
She even said, "Yes, I laid the Taylor Swift on him. I love you. Ain't that the worst thing you ever heard?" And then she was just like, "I'm out of here." And she just got up and went back to work. And she had to go back and sit in her office thinking like, over there now is ruined for me. It's such an easy place to have lunch and I can never go back there again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I just got ruined over there.
Take it back.
Let's get some
I'm
of these calls, though.
obsessed.
People are, wanting to share.
713-390-KRBE. Let's go to Trisha on the line. Hello, Trisha. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Morning.
So what was the timeline of the relationship before the bad breakup came into play?
2 years.
So you're together for 2 years. Now, how did this happen?
Pretty serious.
Time, place, how did it happen?
We actually met online, but then we dated, we went out, and, I figured it was going good and everything because he was talking about future and all that stuff like that. And then on our 2-year anniversary, he told me he didn't want to be together anymore.
For what reason?
And
On your anniversary.
On the anniversary, like at the dinner date, or just like at the daytime? Hey, babe, it's our anniversary. Yay, let's make plans. Oh, no, I don't want to be with you anymore.
yeah, it was during the day.
During the day. And what was the reason that he gave you?
He didn't want to be with someone that had kids. I had 2 young boys.
But you had been with him. He had been with you for 2 years.
He knew that going
into it. It's not new
it.
information.
Oh yeah, because we did vacations together, everything.
Oh my gosh!
So he got himself involved with your kids' lives. So not only did he break up with you, he hurt your kids.
What was your answer back to him, Trisha? How did you respond to that?
Oh, I was upset. I cried and everything. But that was back in 2010. But I'm with the love of my life now.
Oh,
everything happens for a reason.
Where'd you find that person? And how soon after that breakup guy? Just curious how to.
We were in 2010, and my husband and I got together in 2013. It's 11 years this month on the 26th.
Nice.
You guys.
See, look at he stepped up.
Love of your life. Happy anniversary. Yay. I'm so glad it came back around.
But at least the guy wasn't trying to. I mean, 2 years is a long time, but could have been worse.
What if he got married?
Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
And then,
down
like,
the
I
road.
don't know why it would
like,
take him 2 years to come to that realization. That is awful.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
terrible.
I don't
But
know,
on the anniversary, too, though, right, Trisha? I mean, he couldn't pick another day.
Yeah.
You got to go with the 2-year anniversary day. Like, by the way, peace out.
Because at 2 years, you're thinking, you're looking at your life going, okay, it's been 2 years. Here's where I'm not happy.
But it's a jerk move to do that on the anniversary.
All right, let's go to Cynthia. We're talking about bad breakups. 713-390-KRBE. Hi, Cynthia. Good morning.
Hi, how are y'all this morning?
We're good. I'm sorry for the story you're about to tell us, but you're going to give us the scoop on what exactly happened. Tell us the timeline of this relationship that had the bad breakup.
Okay, I had gotten out of another bad breakup, and I took a year off. I worked so every time y'all get Olive Garden text, that's for me. I worked there for 6 years.
Oh, how fun.
Great.
While I was there, one of my coworkers, she was like, hey, you've been single a while. Is there someone here that you think is cute? And I told her one of the servers was cute, but I didn't think anything of it. Well, she ended up telling the guy, and he ended up giving me his number, and we went out on a couple dates. We dated for a year. Close to the year mark, I got pregnant, and we decided to not keep that baby. And then shortly after that, he told me he wanted to move to Tyler, Texas. So I was like, okay, well, where does that leave us? And at this point, I hadn't met his parents, which was a red flag, but I ignored it.
Okay.
He came to my house, asked my mom for my hand, and she said that was fine. So he moved out there first.
Whoa.
Over the course of a month, I would visit, I would come drop stuff off, and he was like, content, like, I can't wait for you to be out here. I love the small city life, blah, blah, blah. So I end up saying bye to all of our coworkers, all my friends. I get a job out there at Panera Bread. I transfer all my college stuff. I move out there. Well, actually, cut short there. Here's where it starts. A week before I move out there, I'm out there hanging out with him. He's in the shower. I'm young. I went through his phone because it was going off.
Uh-oh.
And I saw a name called Snow Bunny. And the moment he comes out, he sees me sitting there with his phone, and he just starts. He gets on his knees, and he's like, no, I'm so sorry. She was just a fling. She's just someone from my side of town. He was from Jersey Village, and he was like, she means nothing to me. My parents are coming the weekend you're moving in. I want you to meet them. I want to marry you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, that's weird, dude. So during that week, I'm texting with him like, hey, are you sure you still want me to move out there? Like, maybe we should just take a break. And he's like, no, I want you to move out. So I move out there.
You already had that
You
feeling.
move out there. Okay.
So you move out
Yeah.
there.
So I move out there, and he's like, unpack everything, put it all away neatly, get comfortable. I'll be home later, because he was still working at Olive Garden. So I was like, okay. He comes home, gets butt naked, holds me like John Lennon holds Yoko Ono, and then he just weirdly goes to bed. And I'm like, are you okay? What's going on?
Hold on.
Wait.
This is a good story.
What is happening right now? What is happening right now? He just takes all his clothes off and hugs you, and then just walks
He
away and goes to bed.
Yeah.
They smell like,
Butt naked. He
they smell like
cradled me.
breadsticks and stuff. Did he
And
smell
then,
gallagher?
where does the breakup happen? Where does the
He
breakup
smells
happen?
like soup and salad. Anyway, so
Oh my gosh.
the next day, well, I tried to talk to him, but he's very like, I don't want to talk. So I drank some wine and I went to bed on the couch. Well, he gets up the next day. He goes to work. He comes back early. And I'm like, hey, I cleaned up. I went and got some more like dish soap, blah, blah, blah. He sits on the couch and is just staring straight forward. And he's like, you know what? This isn't going to work out. I need you to pack up all your stuff. I need you to go. I need you to be out of here by 11 p.m. because I'm going fishing in the morning and I need you gone.
My God. So you went back to Snow Bunny.
What?
So I freaked out. I cried. I called my mom and my sister. They were in Kemah trying to get over that the baby left the nest. So they drove all the way from Galveston to Tyler to help me move. And he still ended up kicking me out at 11, talking about, go wait at IHOP. They're open 24 hours.
Oh, my God.
You can wait for them there.
This is a terrible person.
Wait, all of your stuff was still in his house, right? But he wanted you.
packed it in my car while I was sitting there crying.
Oh my God, what a jerk. If I was your dad and I came there, oh my God, I'd knock his block off.
In a small little But how long was your stuff on premises?
Not even 12 hours.
Oh my God.
What a waste of
Why was he naked the night before? I don't.
Yeah, what was the thing about the nakedness and cradling
That
you?
was so random.
Honestly, for months after, this was 10 years ago. May 3rd is 10 years. But honestly, after that, for months, I was lost in the sauce. I was just like, what the hell happened? Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
But
No, that's fine.
other than that, I was just like, can I get some closure? Like, can you tell me why you did this to me? Like, of
maybe we
all
can.
things?
Do you want to
Maybe
just
we
get
can.
closure with
yeah.
him? Do you want me to...
He never gave me closure. He ended up changing his number, blocking me. But in 2017, I did some cyber stalking, and I found out that he actually went AWOL in the Army and wanted to move to Tyler to not get caught, but he ended up getting caught anyway.
Oh, good.
So-
Then he probably went to jail.
Oh,
So karma got
Cynthia.
him.
You smelled like soup and salad.
Soup and...
Wow.
smelled
It was
like
just
soup
so
and salad.
arbitrary. Like he came home stripped
Took his clothes
naked
off.
and
Soup and salad.
held her and went to bed.
The soup and salad guy broke
didn't
up with Cynthia and made her leave Tyler 12 hours after she got there. My
Oh, man.
goodness.
That's one of those stories I'll be thinking about all day going, what?
Yeah,
Why
what was
is
the
this so
rationale behind that?
Before I let you go, because we're so late, tell me what the status is right now.
Yeah, how you doing?
You've gotten over him. It's been 10 years. You've moved along. Everything's going okay?
Yeah, actually, that same year I got on POF and I met my husband. We've been together for 5 years, married for 2 on May 18th. We have 3 kids together, and he is my soulmate. I've never met someone that's so understanding and patient and just kind all around.
Perfect.
So
Happy ending.
Look at that. Plenty of fish worked out for you. That's nice.
Thank
Oh,
you.
nice.
I thought you said POS.
Yeah, that's a different one.
I don't like guys like that.
Nobody wants to find a mate on that.
That's the site where you go to rat out the bad guys.
Yeah, POS.
Okay, coming up next, we'll give you that chance to get to that Fandemonium Taylor Swift album release party next on The Roula and Ryan Show.
Scoop.
On KRBE.
All right, here is your chance, my friends, to score your spots at the Taylor Swift Fandemonium party at Unicorn Disco this Thursday. It is for the release of the Tortured Poets Department. Central Time, it comes out at 11 p.m. So starting at 8 o'clock, Laura, who hosts H-Town Live here on 104.1 KRBE, will be broadcasting her show from Unicorn Disco. It is a 21 and up event. So if you are not 21 minimum, do not try and win these tickets because you can't go. There is alcohol served and it's a bar. And if you're somebody wins these tickets who's 21 plus, you still can't go if you're not 21 plus.
Everyone in attendance must be 21.
Yes, because Unicorn Disco is a very fun bar. And we're going to have a really great time. There'll be Taylor Swift themed drinks, and there'll be Taylor Swift themed games and all this stuff. It's going to be so like swag. It's going to be all Taylor all the time for the Tortured Poets Department.
I'll be
album
there.
release. Ahmad's going to be there on Thursday, which is who late on Friday to the Roula and Ryan Show. Don't be taking any phone calls until after 7.
Yes.
Because he's nobody here to answer them.
Yes.
Caller 13, 713-390, KRBE. Special K is going to get that caller 13 for you. And you are on your way with a guest to that event. Now, it's a free event, but it is capped with there's a fire code. You can't pack that place too
X
much.
amount of people, yeah.
So, we're going to give you a reserved spot, which is going to be really fun. Okay, we also want to mention tomorrow at this time, a girl named Mandy Stein is going to be in the studio. Eric's been talking to her. She's born and raised in Houston, graduated from UT in 2013. And what is she doing that is so spectacular? She will be on a spotlight tomorrow, Eric.
She started a school in Tanzania.
Can you say that 5 times fast?
Tanzania. Not
Tanzania.
Yeah.
Tanzania.
Okay.
She went there for a trip and just fell in love and with the people, and she just started a school for kids, adult, all the way up to
underprivileged youth, right?
college, and she has people working, like 60 adults working there.
That's amazing.
I mean, and she's only in her 20s.
That's amazing. It'd be amazing if she did that in just Houston, but she went across the world and did this.
Yeah, I think she even adopted a child there.
Fantastic.
It says here, Eric, that she moved to live in Tanzania and sponsored 4 children. Today, her school supports over 300 orphaned and vulnerable children from infancy to university and has a staff of 60 men and women.
But I found out she went to the same school, Emery Weiner, as my niece and nephews. And my nephew went 2 months ago. He was there to help at the school and volunteer and just fell in love with the place and was telling us about Mandy. And she's in town this week. She's got all these donations. And they got this big container. They're trying to get everything organized, fill that container. That's why she came back, just to fill it up and send like bikes and all these.
There's a list of items that the school needs most, and she has. The reason we're having her on tomorrow is because tomorrow's the day they're going to load the container.
Well, today they're loading it today.
Oh, is it today?
Yeah, they're loading it today, but she's going to be on tomorrow because today she's working. That's why she
Okay,
said,
well then hold on. Let me make sure I can say this part because look at this is all in caps.
Yeah.
She only has 2 hours of loading time to load this container because after that she has to pay $115 per hour to load the container.
She's just trying to raise every
So
dollar
they're
she can.
trying to get as many hands as possible to help her load the container because she has all these donations, but she's got to get them on the container to get them over to Tanzania. So here's the location. 5319 South Braeswood. 5319 South Braeswood in the 096.
It's around 8 o'clock this morning. They're starting to get everything. They're going to bring the container around 10.
Okay.
And then they have 2 hours from 10 to 12 to load it. But if there's, even if you could just be there for 10 or 15 minutes.
All hands on deck.
Even if you can go move a few boxes, every bit helps.
Mandy L. Stein, if you want to look up on Instagram. And you could even
the
DM
letter
her.
L.
Yep, the letter L. Mandy L. Stein. You can see photos of her school. And you can even DM her there if you wanted to stop by and say,
That's
hey,
awesome.
I heard of Roula and Ryan talking about you. Or if you're just in that area, just maybe 10 o'clock, you wanted help for like 15 minutes or something, because she's doing a great thing.
So again, just to recap, Mandy Stein, born and raised in Houston, started a school in Tanzania. It's got over 300 kids from infancy to adulthood, orphaned and vulnerable children. And she is getting a container of needs shipped over there. But she has 2 hours to load it before she starts getting charged.
We need manpower.
$115 an hour to load this container.
I'm going to tell her if you got to go an extra hour, I'll give you the $115.
So she says she needs as many hands as possible to come to 5319 South Braeswood at 77096 starting at 8 o'clock today. They're going to get all hands on deck to load this container. Even if you can move a few boxes for 10 to 20 minutes, every bit helps. And usually it's like, they all call for the supplies. Sounds like they got all the supplies.
She's been
they just need to get everything on that container.
Working her butt off just to see, people always like to, talk down to people in their 20s. Oh, they're lazy and stuff. No, there's a lot of hardworking, awesome people.
Yeah, you can't make blanket statements like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I get so mad at that. And then to see what she's doing, it's pretty amazing for all these kids and to see their smiling faces and to actually, their parents, think about it, they have 60 adults working there. They wouldn't have a job.
Right.
And I can't wait for you guys to meet her.
I never met
her. I just know her through my nephew and all the great things, the way he's changed himself. When he was there just for 3 weeks, it's incredible.
He went to Tanzania.
So she's an inspiration.
So Mandy's organization is called NEMA International, NEEMA, and is committed to investing in the lives of Tanzania's promising youth through grassroots education-based projects that synergize environmental and economic sustainability with creative learning and community engagement. Again, she started this school, and it's got how many kids again? 60 kids? Where's that
60
number?
adults. It's got 300 kids.
300 kids with 60 adults running it. And this all started because Mandy went there at 19 in her second year of college on a volunteer abroad program. And within a week of being there, she met the kids that would change the course of her entire life.
I think she even went to Harvard for a little bit.
Wow. That's impressive.
So she founded the school in 2012.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Go, Mandy.
A 20-year-old just doing all this, cares about some people.
We like, putting a spotlight on people that really do make a difference.
Again, that address is 5319 South Braeswood. Starting at 8 o'clock, they're going to start loading this container to get all this stuff to the school in Tanzania for NEMA International, NEEMA. What's her Instagram again?
Mandy L. Stein.
Okay.
Mandy L. Stein.
Y'all follow her there. Help her out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE with what's going down in H-Town.
I almost wish we could find that. Remember that Crazy Crimes and Looney Laws?
It's not in the system.
Wait.
We don't have that anymore. It's got to be there.
Yes.
You gotta find that
it,
because
Kevin.
this
You can
is a
find it,
local
Kevin.
story that would absolutely fall into that. It's Looney Laws. Remember that thing?
I can't get it immediately, but I need a minute or two.
All right, I'll do the story and then
There
you
was
can
a
maybe
close
take
for it,
us
too.
out.
Maybe you find the close for it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so there's a man. This happened right here in Houston. He's now being charged with impersonating a police officer. He got quite the surprise when he tried to pull over some people who happened to be undercover deputies with the Harris County Sheriff's Office over the weekend.
Good.
The police were monitoring a racing event in West Houston when the suspect, this guy's name is Sean Arnold, he tries to pull them over. Now, his vehicle is a white Hyundai Santa Fe. And he had like an emergency red and blue light flashing on it.
Somebody can just buy something.
So he gets out of the car and he's decked, up in the body armor, and he's got the gear and the shirt and everything.
Gosh.
Then the police discover he's a convicted felon, and he had a prior arrest in Jefferson County, right here in Texas, for impersonating a police officer there. Arnold was again charged with impersonating a police officer and also possession of body armor by a felon, which is a no. You find it, Kev?
That was your Looney Laws and Crazy Crimes on the Roula and Ryan Show.
I knew you could do it. I knew you could do
It was in there.
In time.
We had an opening and an ending.
Yeah, we had. I have both of them over there now. I'll have to move them over to the system because they got blown out a while ago.
Somebody spelled Looney wrong, either Ryan or the person
I
that
didn't
put it in the system.
It wasn't
How
me.
they spelled?
In the system, it's Loony, and then Ryan put an E in there. I don't know which one's
Well,
right.
because Looney Tunes is
Looney Tunes.
Looney.
It's got an E.
Looney
Okay.
Tunes.
Yeah.
Well, how is it actually spelled?
Oh, I
With
think
an E.
I think it's with an E because of Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Oopsie, that may have been mine.
Yeah, Looney Tunes.
Okay, I wanted you to. That's it. That was enough.
Kev was like,
All
whoops.
right,
Let's
coming
get
up
to Try It
next,
Tuesday.
It's burger time. Time for Try It Tuesday here on the Roula and Ryan Show. We always try different products, different items, different foods, maybe from around the world or right here locally. We've got burgers coming up next, right?
Breggy Bombs.
I'm so excited.
Reggie Bomb Burgers.
And a place that you were talking about off the air a couple weeks ago.
We did a whole segment on these conversation cards I got when I went to lunch with my friend at Daily Gather in City Center, and it's called there's little conversation cards. They give you the cards when you sit down
really
and while
cute.
you're waiting for your food. Look how cute it is, and it has all these little cards like what did you want to be when you were younger? What 3 items would you take with you on desert island? What's your favorite?
like loaded
date you've had in
questions.
Houston?
So if you're a bad conversationalist, they're doing some work for
yeah,
you
this
here.
is great.
yeah.
Especially, what if you're on a date? This is a great little deck of cards
Yeah.
you get on your date.
And it's a cool place to go on a date, which we'll talk about it.
Yeah, one of my
It's
favorite ones.
just a little deck.
What's the one thing you'll never do again?
What- Little
What's
deck of
what's your
cards.
best
Oh.
day? Look, it's a little deck of
Girl.
cards.
What
right
did you
here.
say, Kevin?
No, I caught that one.
No, it's a little deck of cards. And it's so we're going to talk to the people of Daily Gather coming up next and talk about this Breggy Bomb burger because Eric just is hungry for food and that's the way we're going to get free food on the show.
Breggy Bombs, baby.
We'll try it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.